I went to 3 witch doctors. I can tell you those experiences is crazy.
And you paid money for that?
You pay money for it. There's no
You-
about. There's one in Matu,
Mhm.
Matu Yata.
Mhm.
It's called Kaminangwe.
Mhm.
He finishes. Experience.
Can you give us one of the experience that shocked you among these 3?
Let me tell you, the worst experience I got, it is a fire on your head. Fire.
How?
The light. The other one, even I was carried on the back to cross over snake. You have to jump over snake when you are on the back. So they are carrying you. It's like they are
Who
taking
will
your
carry
body.
you?
The witch doctor.
With this at the back?
Yeah, the one in Maduka Kaminangwe, he carries you over a snake. And there's a mirror there. I don't know whether the mirror is seeing, it is sending the message to maybe to
Anakubeba mgongo, then anaruka nyoka.
the snake. I
If
don't.
we entertain this girl together, we still use the same.
You may find that it is approaching midnight and you have only one single girl. And
You want to have
you have to take her to the halls and what else do you expect?
mkimalizia mnapita na yeye.
Everybody just has a share.
Now you make craft.
You are sharing the loot.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you come from Kenya, from outside Kenya, from diaspora, we greet you. Good morning. Welcome to our episode today at the George TV, that is JG TV. And I welcome you this morning as we take our next step up onto the Simon's story concerning alcoholism, drunkardness, as we heard from the last episode. And today we are going to the third episode. Hope you watched the others. And before we go to introduce our guest today, I would like to request you kindly subscribe our channel, write a message, let us know your views are concerning what we are doing about the alcoholism and drug addiction from our guests. And don't forget to touch the notification bell so when we put a new story, when we get to the next level, because this story is too long, we shall be doing it episode after episode, you'll be able to see it. And so this morning, I'm going to request our guest to continue the story. Karibu sana, Mr. Simon.
Asante
I
sana.
welcome to our platform this day.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure to have you on board.
My pleasure too.
Yeah, that you may give us more and deeper revelation about the alcoholism. And I would like this story will change somebody, right? We change the young generation, the Gen Zs now,
Yes, true.
so that they can be able to choose whether to get into drunkardness or not to, because they shall know the effect of the alcohol through your story.
Yes.
Yes. So karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Welcome.
My name is Simon
Yes.
Wambua
Mhm.
Buba.
Yeah.
As I mentioned in the last episode,
Yes.
I gave my story from my place of birth, time of birth. I went through my life, right? My education
Yeah.
in primary, high school, and my activities as Tare Boys, where I educated my high school,
Yeah.
my days in the University of Nairobi, where I did my first degree. I also did postgraduate diploma in supply chain management. I also went through in the last episode my working career. I described my working from Bidco as where I started in Thika, because most of my experiences are about Thika, where I started my drinking career. You can call it like a career. And I went ahead and described about Unilever, where my next destination. And then after 10 years in Unilever, I went again to Wrigley, East Africa. Wrigley is where they make Big G, PK. Actually, I think I left at around that point. I described how I did my session, how I became a master coach. Master coach is about coaching people in various aspects of the management. And it's a program which took me even to Germany. I went to train in a place called Munich. There they call it Muchen. That is in Germany slang. Muchen is a training place we are calling phrasing. And I stayed there, which was a good session. Actually, that's what I was describing last. Now, this session took me and gave me experiences, and I started traveling a lot, as we have described, and I would even give it a further discussion. We'll see, as I was doing project after project, I traveled many countries. and I did quite a number of projects, which I can go into details at a later as we move on. But what I was focusing is this experience, like international exposure, like in Munich and all that, gave me international view that this alcoholism is not just a case for Africa, it's not for Kenya, it's not for individuals just here in Nairobi and such. It is an international problem because I saw in a live kind of scenario people who have been hit by drunkenness in Germany, Russians, and all those kind of places.
You experienced the drunkenness in all those countries?
Yes.
And that changed you not to drink anymore?
Actually, that is where it started igniting my passion now to start even writing. Actually, that's when I started writing my book about alcoholism, the book called The Liquor Altar. I started writing it when I was in Germany.
Ulefi.
Yes, Ulefi, Madhabahu ya Ulefi sasa. That's when I discovered alcoholism. It's an innovation. Alcoholism is a terror attack. It's like a terrorist attack to the society. In fact, there is a pastor, I think from US, McCain or whatever it's called, who described, he said the world will not be finished by missiles. The world will be finished by alcohol. It is a secret weapon by the devil to finish the world. And it started coming slowly by slowly.
And very sweet.
Well, yeah, I remember I described to you an assertion about the bull from Biore. I told you, if you take a frog and throw it in a sufuria, in a frying pan, no, not a frying pan, boiling water in a pot, you throw the frog there, it will jump out immediately. You throw it at 100 degrees, it will jump out. But if you take the same frog and put it in cold water in a pan, then you put it on fire. The water will warm slowly until it starts boiling, and the frog will die there. It will not jump out. That is how alcoholism works. The minute you start getting into it, you enjoy it, the company, that euphoria, that excitement is very attractive. By the day it has sat on you, you never know how you got into it and you cannot escape. So that is a message I want to bring to the youth, our generation. They don't know how they get into it. Everybody thinks you are just experimenting a little with alcohol, maybe stealing a bit from your fridge of your father, maybe parties what they are calling bash, maybe just with the peer pressure.
Something I call night out.
Yeah.
Sleepovers.
As we used to call it, rioting. You remember the way I described it, the way in the university, we were in the campus ninjas. We used to feel we are the guys who could terrorize Dubuine, Odero, the villagers down there, college. We go for the night out collections. You know those girls, you call girls in the club. You know, it's fun.
You collect them.
Yeah, you collect. I mean, you go out for disco, you have to come with a collection. That is a kind of fun.
A girl or some girls?
You know, like Soweto Hall, where first years reside, you are like competing for the girls. And sometimes when you run out of boom, the money, sometimes you come with collection. Even you can share one collection, several of you.
Because, one girl?
Yeah, maybe.
The girl is called collection.
The girl is called collection. Maybe you are about 3 of you, and you have put your resources to entertain. So it's common practice. I mean, it looks obnoxious, but that's how it is.
So if we entertain these girls together, we still use the same.
You may find that it is approaching midnight and you have only one single girl.
And you have
to take her to the halls and what else do you expect? Everybody just has a share.
Now you make craft.
You are sharing the loot. You know those old days, man was a hunter and a gatherer. So you used to share. So that's how you also share whatever you have hunted. Anyway, that was about the campus ninja. It's a long story about the life in the whole session. Yeah. So actually, as it is now, I finished about the employment, the formal employment, call it, because I worked in big multinational companies with the package, with those incentives, and a lot of money to follow. And alcoholism with money, really they work together. And as I mentioned to you, alcoholism also goes with women, and alcohol equation is one. You remember the guy I told you about?
The women and alcohol, they are together.
Yeah, he said
You said they are the catalyst.
The catalyst. I mean, and music. There's no way alcohol is separate from music,
And
from the women, whatever, whether you call them collection
they are
or
trio.
they work together. And the devil in the middle also in the whole scenario. That's why it is the liquor altar. You come to see how the altar works. So that is how it was. Now generally what I described, I lost employment in the long run. Now I went into some projects. I think that's where I left it.
Yes, you left when you are now in Kenya. You have moved from one company to another because you are qualified. You miss the job here because of drunkenness. You join another company. Tomorrow you take your papers there and you are come for job. Then you went to outside Kenya.
So come end of my after the trainings and all that. In fact, I left Kenya. I went to Rwanda. I was called for a project at Kigali. We call it Kigali, but it is called Kigali in writing. I worked for 2 years in Rwanda, and the culture there is very different from Kenya. For example, you know these are colony of Belgium, Burundi, and even Congo. I think they were all French colonies. They speak most of the time French, so their language is also a limitation. They don't know English, they don't know Kiswahili, they only speak French and Kinyarwanda. And me, I had to learn it. I speak fluently Kinyarwanda. To some extent, I had to learn on the job. I had to learn when I'm there. Because either they speak or you have to use sign language to order food. The Shakai Birio. You have to explain what you want. So we started taking what we call Izoga. Izoga is the beers there in Kinyarwanda. Izoga, Primus, Musingi, who are the brands there. The brands, like we have Tusker, Pilsner here in Kenya. What they make is the Brarirwa. Brarirwa is the brewery. The name Brarirwa brewery there in Kisukiro. As you are climbing up to a place called Remera, Kisementi, those places. Down there where we park, the Kenyan trucks park and Majerwa, we have a lot of Kenyan business. So we had a lot of fraternity building around. Now, what I discovered is, we are being paid money in dollars, and when you have dollars in these countries which are developing, you are a hero.
You are a hero. Wow.
You can imagine how I was a hero now.
In Africa, and we are paid in dollars.
And so I'm the rich Mzungu around in Kigali.
Mr. Money.
Mr. Money again himself now. I like you remember my colloquial name.
Yes.
My nickname, Mr. Money. Okay, they didn't know that time. But here you are. And with the beautiful Rwanda girls.
Whoa, they still surround you.
Oh my! I tell you, it is fun. We are around and they like music. You know, there is a mixed ratio of Congolese, what we call Congomani, and the Rwandese. The Congo, you know, Lingala. They like music. They are, so whether it's Koffi Olomide, whether it is Awilo Lingova and the rest. Music and Rwandese also, they are very good in music.
And you are here, Mr. Money.
And here
the name from Kenya now imekufuata. Spiritually, it has followed you.
It has followed me.
They don't know about you in Kenya, but hapa wamekuchukua the same.
Yes.
Kenyans I was taking.
And you know this thing? Actually, there's a way it follows. That's why it is called the altar, the liquor altar. It follows you wherever you go. Maybe I can just take you a little bit, just before I even went there. When I started having problems with alcoholism, somebody, I don't know how this thing works, but I was led to occult. It's not devil worship, but I was led to occult, to believe in witchcraft. Actually, I believed I was bewitched. Because I wanted to stop drinking, but I cannot. I would leave work, my car drives me to a bar. I bring all the money, and I'm in this kind of mess. So somebody said, you need to go to Muganga. You need to go to a witch doctor.
Oh, so that you may stop.
Then you can stop. And that's how it started. I started visiting witch doctors. Actually, I went to 3 witch doctors. I can tell you those experiences is crazy.
And you pay the money for that?
You pay money for it. There is no
so that you can
stop. It is. I'm making efforts. You know, this thing, you know, it is a monster sitting on you. It wants to swallow you. but you are fighting back. You are trying to pray. I told you I used to sleep with a Bible under my pillow. Even in my car, I would carry the Bible, hoping to defeat it, but it is still following me.
The car still taking you to the
Yeah, and all that. I tried, especially on Thursday. These things are days. If alcoholism starts on Thursday, somehow you will find on Thursday you drink, Friday you drink more, the whole weekend, man, you cannot even go to work. You know?
How was the experience with the Muganga now?
Wow. I visited about, there's one in Matu, Matu Yata. It's called Kaminangwe. He finishes jokes. He says, I'll feel jokes. I'll feel it. I'm the finisher of those, whatever joke it is about this thing. There's another one in Machakos, Kaseveni. There's whatever. I cannot remember their names. There's another one
You
in...
know, there's woman with the
Yes, you have heard about, yeah. Then there's one in Ibere. That is even worse. That is in a place called... but it's somewhere in Ibere. I cannot remember even the name. I'm trying to recall. I'll give you in a short while.
Which year was this?
That was around 2012, 2012, 2013 there. So, this experience...
Can you give us one of the experience that shocked you among these three?
Let me tell you. The last experience I got, it is a fire on your head. Fire.
How?
They light fire, you know, Chiondo, the basket.
The basket.
They put pilipili, this pepper, and they leave some weeds, some dry leaves.
Another herbs.
Yeah, which make you sneeze and cough. They put the fire and put it on. You know, they are burning the spirit, but they are burning your head, something like that.
On the head?
On the head.
In a simamisho hapa.
Then when you are coughing, then they bring a chicken, they cut the head. You know, they are making some blood connection to some spirit. They are speaking all those kind of things. And like this lady also had some things they were throwing on a skin of a dark goat. I don't know what it is.
That was a woman. Which
the witch doctor is a woman.
Was one or many?
It's one, but every one of them has assistant who takes the sadaka, who takes the sacrifices, the money. Kanda mkono, kanda moko. So it is quite. You are given also some herbs to take with you. You'll be taking before
you go to.
Yeah. The other one, even I was carried on the back to cross over snake. You have to jump over snake when you are on the back. So they are carrying you. It's like they are taking your
carry you?
The witch doctor.
With this
the one day Kaminangwe, he carries you over a snake, and there's a mirror there. I don't know whether the mirror is seeing, it is sending the message to maybe to the spirit world. I don't know what the mirror does, but there's a big mirror around there.
Now let me ask you before you go. This anakubeba mgongo, then anaruka nyoka.
The snake, I don't know.
Nyoka lil.
No, it is the skin of a snake. I think I never saw the snake movie, but it is a big snake. But it is like, you know, snake kind of remove the skin. So they roll it. You see it is a real snake when you cross over it.
Airuke.
Yeah, you cross
kama amekubeba.
So it's like a river you are crossing. But
ni kama umepitishwa. Umekutoa kwa hizi mapepo spirits tunakurukisha huko.
What I discovered, this lady told me, the witch doctor, if you ever take alcohol, you see me in my true color, and I will come for you. I didn't know what that meant, but after a while I forgot about those instructions.
And you drink?
Then I went now in Rwanda. I went and drank. See, I'm in Rwanda now.
Yeah.
I'm far away from.
So you are coming from which? Then you go to Rwanda.
Then I went to Rwanda. Yes, just a few weeks before I went to Rwanda is when I got treated.
So you are planning to take transformation upon your life. From Kenya, I will not drink in Rwanda. I'm going a new country, a new thing, a new beginning, and so I visit with doctor so that I can start afresh.
Yes, you want to make a break from the history. Then little did I know, this spiritual world, you don't run away like that.
Then you drink.
I went and drank. The minute I drank, I was in a place called Zinia, just Kisukiro. I went berserk. My head just packed like that. I drank, I started throwing my money around, the dollars I had, people were just helping themselves to eat. You know, the good, the well-wishers, they are only helping themselves. They are called good Samaritans, but they are only good in
Speaking for themselves.
So I got drunk. I even slept on the sofa set somewhere there. When I woke up, I was alone. These people had left the club. I was alone. Actually, when I was just sleeping there, I just saw a big snake coming towards me, kind of approaching to strike. Then I became alert. I woke up and people have gone. Then I said, "What? Come on, what is this? What is this snake?" Then I remembered
The
that
woman
the woman had told me, "The minute you drink, you see me." Then I said, "Hey, is this that woman told me about I'll see her? Is it?" So I woke up quickly. Of course, I organized my transport. I went to my house. I had a big residence in the company. You know, I'm the project consultant, the project manager there. So I went to the house. I'm a bit traumatized. I went inside there. Of course, it is a 3-bedroom house.
Everything.
Food, catered for. I was living like a king, you know. So, but when I tried to sleep again,
the snake.
No, you know the snake this time. A funny fellow came and woke me up, asked, "Why did you drink?" Then I got 3 slaps. Pa, pa, pa. Hey! I woke up. What's this again? I woke up. It was 6 in the morning. And this guy is really beating me up. Then I said, what the hell is going on? So I woke up. I stood up. I looked around. There's nobody. But the guy is beating me up. Hey.
You had the slap.
Big slap, serious, which you cannot forget. You know, some dreams you forget. This one you cannot. You are beaten, you jump out of the bed. It is that kind of beating. Yeah. So I collected those receipts. I had the bills. I lit a fire. I burned them. I was even trying to sing the Amazing Grace song so that
the grace may
come and save me. When I woke up and my head was drumming, hangover, you know the way. So I woke up. I went down to Majero. Majero is down where the most clubs are. A place called Roasters there. So I went there, ordered a beer. Actually, just as I was approaching Majero, there is a slope there. I just at the corner, in a very clear place on the tarmac road, the snake came. The snake facing now.
So the snake was alive.
And it is the town where there is tarmac. When I was crossing like this, the snake in front of me. Hey, I stopped again. The snake looked at me. For just a few seconds. I said, hey, this is too much.
He came and looked at you, then went.
They just not disappeared. So I collected the stones and I'm shouting to the guys, hey, Mabuya, Mabuya. Mabuya is stones. So I'm telling the guys, collect stones. Hey, the snake is here.
And they can see it.
The people, they cannot see the snake. Say, where is the snake? It was just here. And the snake is gone. Hey. Then I discovered, that snake, this witch doctor is still following me. So I ducked into the club. That
you are still getting to the club.
Now I'm scared even to be outside. So I thought maybe I'm hallucinating or I'm becoming paranoid. I'm becoming mad in a way. You know, mental disorder and alcoholism, they are related. So I took a few beers. So the madness came over me again. This time, I decided I'm not comfortable here.
The man?
No. Me, I became kind of mad.
Yeah.
But leave alone the one you have read in my book called Voluntary Madness. Now, this is not voluntary. It is now madness pursuing you. It's an obnoxious state. So I decided, if I leave this place, I go to my place. I go up, Kitokiro, Zinia, I take one, I go sleep. Now it's approaching noon. When I went to take the motorcycle, you know, the madness has taken over me. And I've just taken a few primus, I think I'm Musingi or something like that. The Holy is Zoga. As the motorcycle is riding, I became really mad. You know what I did? I stood on the motorcycle when it is riding. I stood on the back seat.
And you are tall man.
And I'm tall man. And you know, Rwanda, they are very strict with what is called motor. The rules there, you don't even, you have to wear helmet and all that, and you cannot stand. Some people are screaming on the road. Hey, what is that man doing? You know, others are cheering. They think I'm an acrobat or I'm a daredevil. whatever these people do, funny magics. But I don't know what I was doing. So the guy came slowly, stopped the motorcycle. He said, "You want me to kill you? You want me to go to jail?" He said, "I will not carry you." So people came around. He said, "If I have to be carried, I have to be tied like a sack so that he can carry me." So I had to be tied and so that he can transport me now. He had actually refused to carry.
Then you are tied.
Yeah, now I'm tied and of course reprimanded. So we are tied together so that I cannot, tied with a lasso like this with a motorcycle. So he took me to that place again, to the club I was the night before. So again I sat there, took beers mpaka evening. That is when these people realized the same guy who was here last night was here now he's behaving funny. The police came. He called the police. You know, when you are misbehaving, and they know I'm a Kenyan, you are respected so much there. So, but they liked it because I'm buying them also. And you know, the last night they stole my money as well. So I'm both a friend, but also a nuisance. Eh? But when you're a nuisance and you have money in the bar, they will entertain you. So the police, they took me home. Then this continued for a while. Then now you see now what I've been told not to do, I've done now. So the curse is, I think the curse has come over me. So I lost a lot of money. I was hunting and I was drinking and this, but the project was doing very well. In fact, I completed it.
Still, you are going to job even you are doing all this.
No, weekend especially is when we drink. But and you know here in Rwanda, it's like alcohol is part of the menu. Breakfast you take, even some hotels you take beer with. It's not like here Kenya at in the morning they don't
There's
open
no
bars.
alcohol.
There alcohol is sold across hotels and all that. So I really became a real drunkard. And even after I drink, I'm still able to do my project. You know, I'm sharp. I know how to organize this. And since these people, I could deliver on what the contract and all that. It was not an issue. After all, most of the operators, we go together, we take a few beers, we go back to work. But I wasn't really knowing this thing has really boxed me in.
The witchcraft now.
No, the alcoholism now, because now it is tying me down. That's how it was. And so most of that period, that was around 2013, 2014, 2012, part of 2013. I discovered now this is becoming too much. And I decided after this project, I must go back to Kenya. In fact, I was getting problem with the owner of the company and the director, because now, as much as I'm doing good job, most of the time I'm also spending in the club. And this person was Seventh-day Adventist. And you know, Seventh-day Adventists, they don't like people who take alcohol.
They don't.
He said, when you came from Kenya, you are a good man, now you have become a drunkard, you are doing good work, but now you have to go for you in the club.
And this time we are behaving this way, madness, through the and seeing the snake. The same times you have girls with you.
Hey, yeah, of course the girls, but you know, after taking a few beers, either you are dancing, now the excitement comes, now maybe you become drowsy, is when now this madness takes over. You know, alcohol has got phases. Alcoholism. You are excited, then either you become violent or you dance, you are enjoying, then you find you are either blacked out or you have.
And you are now alone because you have taken your money and you have gone.
Yeah. So everybody has a behavior. There are people who drink, they become violent. There are those who drink, they become excited, they dance. Others who start singing, the others who womanizing, others who just want to I don't know, do all the crazy things. It depends on what the demon is instructing you. So I started my journey in Kenya.
No.
I was paying my money. We have stopped the project until maybe after a few months.
Okay.
So I was coming
to Kenya.
You have
a break now.
That night, I remember Kisemendu, we dance, have a lot of dollars and all that. Then we put Kampala coach in Kigali. I came and stopped Kampala. Then I added something called Waragi. You know, Waragi is a Kampala, or is the Uganda gin. It's like vodka. And it's very strong. So I topped up, to the levels coming down.
Coming down,
so that I don't get bored in the transport. But when you are crossing the border, at a place called Malaba. Now the bus have to wait. You go clear, and then they collect you on the other side, and then commence on your journey to Nairobi. So the tedious process of clearing, some of us sneaked to a nearby bar on Kenyan side called the Winkers. So we went to the Winkers club and we ordered some more beers again. Waiting, waiting in the bus, you are getting bored. The bus left us. Let me talk about myself. I found myself, the bus had gone with my goods. I'm alone now, left in Malaba.
The goods have gone?
Yeah, my bags have gone with the bus and I'm left now. I'm stranded in that town called Malaba. And it's a town of conmen, all kind of miscreants, characters who God knows who they are. You know, they know when you are crossing the border, you have a lot of money to change, dollars, Kenya shilling, Uganda, Kenya. So I started continuing. Let me enjoy myself before I find the next bus back and follow my goods. There was now again a week after, I stayed there a day. The second day, my money is all stolen.
Now, whatever have gone through that to get. No
I've
cash.
been paid $1,000. $1,000 is 100,000 Kenya shillings.
100,000.
$1,000 is 100,000 Kenya shillings. $1 is, by that exchange rate, was 100 shillings.
Per month.
The final payment I got is 100,000 Kenya shillings.
So that's what you had in your pocket.
Yeah, now dollars. Now you are saying I had about $1,000, but of course now I drank. I changed into some in Uganda, some in Kenya, but most of dollars now was stolen. Yeah, by those those call girls and those con men there.
Because now you want to, the alcohol and girls are together. So
and the con men also. You know, when you are dancing around, you don't know whose pocket is in your. Your pocket. Pickpockets are also there. Congolese, Ugandans, combination. And you are they have a way of smelling if you have money. They can detect the way you are buying beer, the way you are enjoying yourself. You know, when you have money.
And then you are strange.
And you are strange also, they know you are traveling to Nairobi from Uganda. So you must have
something.
In fact, the last one, actually it was snatched from me some amount when I was going to my room by fellows who were together. But they just went at the corner and grabbed me. I tried to make noise, but there was no rescue. But I think I was so drunk I could not even rescue, and I ran after these fellows. So I lost my money. I had to sell my phone to get to Nairobi.
What?
That's how serious things were. So finally I made to Nairobi. That was December. Apparently, my daughter had done her standard 8 exams. She was the best. I think the best or second best. She had scored 418 marks. In that school in Komarok Academy, Infield Academy, Komarok. And my daughter has been named, or I named her after my mother. You can imagine how close she was to me. You know, in our tradition, when you name your daughter to your mom, it's like you call her mom, actually.
Yeah, you call my mom, yeah.
And every time I call her daughter home. So,
you know, you are my mother.
Yeah. So she had promised me, I'll make you proud dad. Yeah? I'll do very well. And I knew she was very smart.
All this time, were you sending money to your wife to Kenya when you were in Rwanda for school fees or any other thing?
Exactly. I was sending, after we get paid, it's a transfer. Yeah, you send through Equity Bank, money transfer.
So you are
and also there's a place in Majero where you do M-Pesa transfers.
So you are doing that?
Yeah, it was lucky. But whatever is left, either I drink all of it or it's even I was saving to invest. But
it's good you took care of your children.
I thank God for that, at least. But now this time, I arrived without the money. We have no school fees.
Nothing.
My daughter has done her exams. She's joining from 1, and you have come home with nothing.
Expecting that they will be happy to give me something, a present.
Now she has, the results were just coming out in January. I think the first week of January. Okay, around December. And when I come home, of course, I collected my bags from where the bus had stopped. Like, the relations with my wife became tense and it's actually bad. In the sense, you have come without money. Despite you are sending, In fact, he had told me because I called out when I was leaving Kigali, I'm coming. He said, send the money here. Don't travel with it. No, you know the way when you are traveling, you are adamant. Now I can take care of
And you see
money.
your every day to control me.
Yeah, and I have my money. I can
The
come.
ego
With
of
it.
a man.
So now the money is gone. What do you tell your wife?
And she warned you.
So there's what is called an embargo in the house.
Uh-huh.
Cold war. It's like you just get chai, nobody's speaking to you. It's like when you are put supper, you hold it like a goalkeeper. It is wrong like you take all. After all, this is not Rwanda now.
You are here now.
So
you face it.
You have to face it and you have to swallow it. Then, of course, now that makes you more agitated. After a while, you leave the house, you go and drink again. Because now you are even in a phone, behaving, drinking, and the money is lost. And of course, now I have friends, and I know I can get credit here and there. Now drinking again. Then I came at night and there's nobody in the house.
Yeah?
My wife has packed with the children and they have left. My house is just
Vacant. It's a rental house.
A rented house here in Komarok Estate.
So it's not your house also.
So where was Mr. Money now? I'm alone.
You are a bachelor.
A bachelor.
Alone.
Broke.
Nobody even to throw food for you.
Yeah, now it's even worse.
Nobody to ask you to send the money or.
So there I was. Now
things
became very serious. So now I started hustling around, looking here and there, small projects.
Did you realize where your wife went?
Of course, she switched off phone for a while, and I had to struggle, look through our friends. Slowly I got, but things were a bit difficult that time. I even sold up one plot.
So that I can, plot by that time.
Yeah, so that I can make some ends meet. Right. Then you see now the results came out. My daughter had done very well. I told you she had got a good grades, 418 out of, I don't know, 500 marks, the way they mark. So now she was called in a national school called Precious Blood Ruta. Precious Blood is a good school, if you know. Precious Blood.
It's a good school.
So your daughter is called, you don't have money, and the other parents are celebrating their children there, but you have no child to celebrate. I don't even know where they have disappeared with the mother. So the day I should have been the happiest father, I was the saddest. I think the most
this girl was your
disappointed father. I have two children, my son and my daughter. So she's second. So that hit me a little. When you read my book, you see how I detailed that part, and I call it stolen joy. How my joy was stolen away by the devil for that.
But now, when you came to Enrique in Nairobi, did you see the witch doctor again as a snake or the man who slapped you?
No, that one stopped. I think after he slapped me, he was satisfied. And he disappeared from my.
But his traps, I think these traps also destroyed even your marriage.
Yeah, this kind, I suspect. Because actually after that, when I started drinking, I was drinking somehow like a mad. Now in this process, even I would open a bottle and even pour it on my head. Yeah, there is even
not to drink that to pour.
Yeah, I even pour it. Even I pour on somebody sometimes because of chaos. I told you sometimes you drink and I even smash a bottle on somebody's head.
Now became madness.
Yeah, so I was seeing funny behavior. So I went to a church.
You never went back to it?
No, with doctors, they are not helping.
So when you were going to Rwanda, you have visited all these three?
Three, yeah.
So when you came back from Rwanda, you never went to
I never went to another witch doctor.
Now you went to
church. I went to church. And I was told there's a very strong prophet. I say prophet all with a church in a place called Jiro. So I went there in the church and someone and the deliverance was very, very strong there. We were told those with problems come forward, given papers, write what is your problem. We wrote the papers. They are put in a small pot. And I liked It was that, although a bit scary.
Because now the photo of the
Yeah,
witchcraft is in the church.
Now, of course, I wrote the alcoholism and put it there. Then the prophet lifted the pot up and prayed, and then he had drawn a circle with oil. Oil is anointing oil. Then he crushed the pot
this
there.
This pastor is a woman or a man?
It's a man.
Okay.
The church is called Restoration. I haven't been there for a while. Restoration Church, something. Then, after smashed, for the oil to drink.
To cleanse from the system.
Inside. Now, so again, I became now sober for a while. Now I stayed.
Oh, it worked.
It worked, and I stayed now clean.
And you could sense I'm taking a hobby.
Yeah, completely.
Okay.
So I was very sober. Then I stayed.
You went back to Rwanda?
I did not go back to Rwanda. In fact,
and the contract was not over.
Okay, the contract was postponed for 1, 2, 3 reasons. But I didn't want to go back because actually I got a job here in Kenya.
Okay.
Technically, you are very marketable. Actually, I was called 2015. There's a company which opened in Mombasa Road called Golden Africa. Just after the river. Golden Africa. After Simba Cement. So they were opening oil processing company, soap company, and they heard about me. I was called. Wow. And I was interviewed, and I got the job.
Hey,
I was head of department and projects manager there. And I started putting the machines. I put good work, and me and the chief engineer were doing good work. Even did a lot of training. I recruited a lot of people, even others from my former companies I brought in. And it was a very, very good project.
Now you have money, you got your house now.
Now the money came again in big quantities.
No.
What happened?
Would you realize now I want to go back to that?
Now I forgot again back to drinking. Yeah, now I was living in Mololongo.
When you went to church, you never followed the church now. You went just to
I went only that session. I never went again.
You just went once, God delivered you, He changed your life automatically, then you forgot the church.
Yeah, I went
then you got the job, back to alcohol again.
No, I didn't go to alcohol spirit. I continued with the church, a different church in Mololongo. I'll tell you about that. Where I was even baptized. After me, I've been baptized, I think, 4 or 5 times. I've been baptized. I've been saved, I think, more than 7 times. Baptized 5 times. Deliverance, I don't know how many times. After these accord things and all this, I'll come around that area. You know, I'm trying to fight it whichever. This battle is not easy. I'm using all the weapons which could save me. So, now I'm in Golden Africa. What?
Money is good.
Actually, after a while, even before finishing the project, I was called for a second project.
The same
when I'm in the middle of this one, Golden Africa, a friend of mine who had gone to Tanzania, and we had worked together in Bidco, called. He said, hey, we want a project consultant here. We are paying 3 times what you are being paid there, because I told him what I'm earning here. We give you 3 times. 300,000
per month
in Tanzania.
Now 300,000 Kenyan money.
Kenyan shillings. Yeah.
Okay. So in Tanzania,
that is $3,000. That is not a simple salary.
In Tanzania.
6-digit salary, that kind of money. So actually, I took kind of leave from my project.
You leave this project again?
Yeah,
and finished?
I fixed an emergency, and I actually called the chief engineer when I was in the plane, in the air.
Oh, you know it's...
I've traveled to India because I had a brother also who had an accident. A brother-in-law. Actually, so I told them. So they knew I had gone to India. But I diverted to Dar es Salaam and started on that project so that I can see how it was working.
Oh, you hold this one a bit,
so
I may come back,
part,
then I go and see that one if it will work, I shift completely.
But I did the work. Then after almost extended to a month, and the thing was, I saw this thing is not going to bear me a lot of fruits. I should get back to Kenya. And as Kenya was being called for a second project, leave alone the Golden, I was being called for another international supply chain solutions.
Very marketable.
So I'm being called again. Yeah, you know, you are in demand, and it also creates some confusion in
Hot
you.
cake.
You are hot cake, and you enjoy your swimming money and all that. Then I just left
TZ now.
TZ.
Did you pay? Did they pay?
And they paid me.
Okay.
I went and took Viceroy in a club called Dar Life. Dar Life is Dar es Salaam Alive. That's where we used to enjoy ourselves, especially Kenyans who are working in Dar es Salaam. And there's a place called Rangitatu Bangala, Kotemek, if you know Dar es Salaam very well, those joints. Sometimes we would go to Zanzibar and all that. So I'm waiting, my flying time is in the afternoon. So I took a bit of Viceroy, this kind of, what do you call it? Yeah, I think it was Viceroy. Then I left for the Julius Nyerere International Airport. Mwalimu Julius Nyerere is the airport there. I came and boarded my flight. Then we were to collect some people in Zanzibar and then head to Nairobi. But because the Viceroy had taken, I think the alcohol overtook me as we were leaving Zanzibar because it took a while there. And I don't know what confusion. I went to another seat in the airplane instead of my seat, and these people are trying to get me out. Some white tourists will cause a fracas now there. No, I don't know what it was. So the security came in, and because okay, now it became an issue
A police case.
because I'm interrupting flight, and
You are left.
no, I'm the flight now, and because of that kind of altercation, now you know when you are in the air, you remove your belt, and this guy we are still kind of exchanging.
Oh, you are doing this on the air.
We are there. We are coming to Nairobi.
Na
So-
umeleta fracas kwa hewa kwa
Yeah.
nini? Kwa ndege.
Actually, I was handcuffed. Good pingu.
Kwa ndege.
Because I became violent. But at the airport, I was released anyway. But they told me never try that again on a flight. So I was released. In short, then I took a taxi. I remember it was around 7 or 8 in the evening when I at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. I dropped somebody somewhere in Feather Estate, and then I said, yeah, at the same taxi, there's a lady, she was not well. I picked her and I paid for her. I was still a good sense, you know, I'm a gentleman by nature.
A gentleman goes around.
So I had to now, the taxi now took me to Mulolongo. Mulolongo is a funny town. I don't know how much you know about Mulolongo.
Mlolongo najua na wasichana, madereva wa malori.
It is a town. That's why it's called Mulolongo, because of the long line of trucks. The transport trucks to Congo, to Uganda, to South Sudan.
Way bridge.
So it's the town packed with money, with the girls, crooks, name them, conmen. They are also there. That's the life in Mulolongo. Half of the places it is bars and a few hotels and a few churches there. So in fact, there's one street called Madarao Street. It's just tall girls. It is either this, even they don't close their doors. They just sleep on the open spaces.
You just come and enter.
You go through the corridors, everybody's sleeping on their beds. Most of them semi-naked. They're just calling you as you pass. Come. Of course, if you try to look in, they can throw you in and close the door.
Then you do the necessary.
You either do the necessary or you pay for it.
You pay for it and you go, or you pay for it and you...
Or you get beaten. They have bouncers waiting if you don't want to pay.
Oh.
So yeah,
it's organized thing.
It's organized. The whole district is known for that. So if you are passing through those streets, you know you must be interested. So they will take you.
Oh, they knew your country because you want what we sell here.
Yeah. Why did you come around?
Okay.
So I arrived in Mulolongo and I went to, there's so much fun there. We went to Connection where there's dancing. On this side, there's the Royal Tavern for the Wakamba. The best music. Every group, Mombasara, name them. So the whole night is just enjoying. See, I've come from Tanzania, money and all that. My money, 2 days, I have nothing. And I've come from projects.
Wow.
I'm telling
has wasted you.
I'm telling you, alcoholism, you cannot count out how much you lose in this episode. From one to another. From there, we would
And
drink.
you are not running.
We are drinking. Sometimes we are attacked at night. You are snatched, this and this. I survived quite a number of attacks, even nerve attacks, knife attacks with these dogs. You know, you are working at those ungodly hours. And as much as you know that town is 24 hours. There's no night, there's no day. People are just drinking throughout. So this thing started having bad effect on me. It affected especially my disorganized my finances totally. Yeah?
Your
So now my family is gone. My property are sold. I'm broke. No?
Even you are not thinking, I have come with money, I can be able to go and look for my wife.
I'm telling you, this is the legal out. It disorganizes your brain.
It's something programmed.
It is programmed just to follow you.
Programmed by the devil.
Yeah.
Utakunywa mwaka moja, mwaka mbili,
So
miaka tano.
you are sliding down,
Deeper,
down,
deeper,
down, down. And you see now, as you go, you progress. That's why one chapter is called alcohol progression. You have to know how it progresses. And it's one of the things in my book and my mentorship, which I teach the generation how this thing progresses.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm broke.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot survive.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I go?
Mm-hmm.
The slums.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I ended up in the slums.
Now nothing wrong.
Now from Logo, I'm broke. The contract is finished. The other one is not. Even if they give me, I'm not holding. So I'm back in the. So I went to the slums. I went to Mukuru, Kwarube. Now you don't know life. You don't know life.
Oh,
if you have never slept in the ghetto.
From Starehe
to multinational companies, to Kubarok, middle class. Now down where I was going to Mombasa, in the Kenyaways, no more. But flying with the Emirates, Germany is finished. Sleeping in the Nyali Hotel, Mombasa Beach, Marriott Hotel. I was sleeping in Marriott Hotel. You have heard of Marriott Hotel?
Mm-hmm.
The most expensive hotel in the world. I've slept there. The expensive hotel is called Marriott.
In
whether it's in London, whether it is now
all over the world.
Yeah, in Germany. It's called Marriott.
How is it?
Oh my. 6 pillow. A bed of 6 pillow. Have you slept about a bed of 6 pillow?
I have not seen it.
You don't know even how to in your room. You adjust your room temperature with a remote. You have a mini bar from the ceiling to the all the brands of beer you want and drinks and soda, soft drinks. Your room, your washroom, it is shampoo, soap. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is out of this world. Carpet. The open the door, it is swiping the door open. Your room is being cleaned by. I mean, you see the white persons cleaning your room. You feel that you're from Africa. In fact, when I was invited there, I was the only black man out of the 50 participants.
Which country was this?
In Germany now.
No, in Germany.
Yeah, we were told to be 3 Africans, but when we met at Dubai, because we slept at the Dubai International Hotel, I discovered out of the 3 Africans, I was the only black man. The other from South Africa. One was actually a Dutch, and the other one was Arab descent, also from South Africa.
So they are 3 from Africa, but only you black.
Yes. Wow. But I performed so well there. I was actually the trainer in the class, in the cohort, especially training people from Belarus, from Russia, Romania, Bulgaria.
How do that take you when you remember all those good things now?
Now you are living the slums now. How? After all that, and the big money and the plots and the big cars you had, now you are in the slums for you. Now life starts again.
Mabati, Mangunia,
I'm telling you, now when I take you through that, process now, maybe now you have to tighten your belt. Either you cry, or you don't know whether to pity me, or to slap me, or you don't know whether to go to the next level. And that's why I usually mention to you sometimes this alcohol. I like the Dolly Parton song says, all the tears, the tears I've cried for. If teardrops were pennies. If teardrops were pennies. If teardrops were coins.
Were pence.
If teardrops were pennies. And regrets were gold. I'll be a billionaire because of the regret.
The regrets and the tears.
Then he sang and said, all the pain of loving, all the pain of loving, all the pain of loving beer, all the pain of loving alcohol. To love and hate, to love and hate at the same time. You love somebody and you hate. You know, it is taken from divorce cases where you love somebody but you hate him. I don't know whether you experience something like separation, like the way with my family, with my wife. You know, somebody you love and you hate him for his character.
You hate for what he has done, but he has done it because of your character.
That's how alcohol works. That's how alcoholism. You love it, but you hate.
Ameondokea your behavior.
To love and
Anakupenda
hate at the same time. You are loving and hating. And it is the most dangerous situation you can be. It is called emotional conflict. You are at a crossroad. You want to go north, but you are going south. You want to go east, you are going west.
Something is pushing you.
You are at a crossroad. You don't really understand yourself. You are an emotional crossroads. I think that's where we start next time.
Well, thank you, Miriam Church. I hope you are following step by step. I think this story is too deep, too big. I think even I'm leaving some explanation to ask from you because I think it's a topic like the witchcraft session because people even now they go for witchcraft.
I do.
I think we'll go back to that and tell us why did you went to the first witchcraft, to the second, and to the third. What did the first witchcraft did not do to the so that somebody who was thinking to go to that route? No, it's a waste of time.
Sure, I'll be happy to explain.
Yes, so we shall come back with that episode even when somebody wants to quit. The route is to use for someone to quit. And you shall be able to explain it because you have the knowledge and the experience together with you.
Exactly. Actually, that is the next session now will be more towards deliverance now. How all this ended and where I reached the end and from there how I bounced back.
Turning point.
My turning point. Actually, the next session is about my turning point.
We go to Mukuru. We experience the Mukuru now.
You learn about the Mukuru
with the fry, with that big hotel, the best hotel in the
Marriott.
From Marriott to Germany to Rwanda to Tanzania.
And becoming a pineapple smuggler. You learn about that. What I was doing now.
Oh my goodness.
Now I'm about to go to prison. I want to be killed.
I hope God still use this platform and this emptying yourself.
My untold story.
Yes, how the way you are emptying yourself may it be an impact to your life too and to other people. Because you are building other people tuna reform wengine and still that may God have mercy. Now you have completely reformed and you can be able to talk it out. May God reunion with your family.
Amen.
May God reunion with your job. May God bring opportunity again because you are not old.
Not old.
You are still sober. You are still energetic. May God revive what you had lost.
I was stolen. Now will come in double blessings. But now that is in the next session.
Yeah, I think we shall talk more on the next session. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. We shall talk more next time. May God bless you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless.